During World War II, Brazil made a bold and historic move, becoming the only South American nation to send troops to fight alongside the Allies. But what led to Brazil's entry into the war? Some argue it wasn't entirely voluntary. Was the decision influenced by secret deals and covert pressure from the United States? Let's uncover the mystery behind Brazil's secret entry into World War II. Before the war, Brazil was a nation on the rise, strategically important and rich in resources. Its position made it a key player in the global conflict that was about to unfold. At the start of World War II, Brazil was officially neutral, like many nations in South America. Under President Getúlio Vargas, Brazil balanced diplomatic relations with both the Axis and Allies, benefiting from trade deals with both sides. Coffee, rubber and other exports were vital to Brazil's economy, and to the war efforts of the warring powers. But as the war escalated, neutrality became harder to maintain. The United States and Nazi Germany both sought to sway Brazil to their side, creating a high-stakes game of diplomacy. Brazil's strategic location and resources made it a valuable ally, leading to secret negotiations and deals that would eventually draw the nation into the conflict. Conspiracy theories suggest that U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt applied significant pressure on Vargas to join the Allies. Some argue that Roosevelt threatened Brazil with economic sanctions, leveraging its reliance on exports to the United States. Others claim the U.S. promised post-war aid and investments, including modernizing Brazil's infrastructure and military. Key to this persuasion was Brazil's strategic location. Its airbases provided a crucial link for Allied planes traveling to North Africa and Europe, making Brazil indispensable to the Allied war effort. Allegedly, U.S. diplomats and military advisors played a significant role in these negotiations, ensuring Brazil's alignment with the Allies. Another piece of the puzzle lies in Brazil's exports. Coffee and rubber were critical to the Allied war machine, and conspiracy theories suggest that secret trade deals were struck to ensure a steady supply. Some believe the United States guaranteed favorable trade agreements in exchange for Brazil's allegiance, securing resources while cutting off Axis access. This economic diplomacy may have been as crucial as military alliances in pulling Brazil into the war. Additionally, Brazil's steel and other resources were vital for the war effort, further incentivizing their involvement. In 1942, the tipping point came when German U-boats began targeting Brazilian ships, sinking dozens and killing hundreds of civilians. Public outrage grew, and Vargas declared war on the Axis powers. But conspiracy theorists argue that these attacks conveniently aligned with U.S. interests, raising questions about whether they were the real catalyst or part of a larger plan. Brazil officially joined the Allies and formed the Brazilian Expeditionary Force, or FEB, which went on to fight in Italy alongside American and British troops. Despite initial skepticism, the FEB proved itself in key battles, contributing to the Allied victory in Europe. President Getúlio Vargas's decision to join the war marked a significant shift in Brazil's international stance, aligning the country with the Allied powers and solidifying its role in the global conflict. After the war, Brazil received significant U.S. aid, including investments in its industrial sector and military. But was this aid part of a prearranged deal, as some conspiracy theories suggest? Critics argue that Brazil's wartime sacrifices were underappreciated, and that its entry into the war was as much a product of external pressure as it was a response to German aggression. The question remains, was Brazil's entry into World War II a patriotic decision, or was it shaped by secret deals and external coercion? The truth, like so much of history, lies in the gray areas. The post-war legacy of Brazil is marked by economic growth, but questions about its wartime decisions linger. Regardless of the motives behind its entry, Brazil's contributions to the Allied victory were undeniable. From providing crucial airbases to the bravery of the FEB soldiers, Brazil's role in World War II is a testament to the complexities of global alliances and the hidden negotiations that shape history. Brazil's strategic support and military efforts significantly bolstered the Allied forces, showcasing its pivotal role in the ultimate victory. During the war, Brazil's strategic importance continued to grow. The Allies relied heavily on Brazilian airbases for their operations in the Atlantic. These airbases were not just mere landing strips, They were lifelines that connected the Americas to Europe and Africa. As the war intensified, the demand for secure and efficient air routes surged. Brazilian airbases, such as those in Natal and Recife, became pivotal points for refueling and maintenance. These bases allowed Allied planes to patrol the vast Atlantic Ocean, hunt for enemy submarines, and ensure the safe passage of convoys carrying vital supplies. The significance of these air bases extended beyond mere logistics. They represented a strategic advantage that helped the Allies maintain a foothold in the Atlantic, counteract Axis maritime threats, and facilitate the movement of troops and materials across continents. The cooperation between Brazil and the Allies in establishing and maintaining these bases was a critical component of the broader war strategy. In conclusion, the strategic significance of Brazilian air bases cannot be overstated. They were crucial in supporting Allied operations and exemplified the importance of Brazil's geographical position and its commitment to the Allied cause. The legacy of these air bases serves as a reminder of Brazil's indispensable role in the global effort to secure victory in World War II. Brazil's participation in the war also had significant social and political impacts. As Brazilian troops fought alongside Allied forces, a sense of national pride and unity began to emerge. The war effort fostered a new wave of patriotism, which resonated deeply within Brazilian society. During the war, Brazil experienced rapid industrialization to support the war effort. This industrial boom not only strengthened the economy, but also led to urbanization and the growth of new job opportunities. The influx of people into cities brought about significant demographic changes, altering the social fabric of the nation. Politically, the war marked a turning point. The success and sacrifices of the Brazilian Expeditionary Force, FEB, challenged the existing authoritarian regime of Getúlio Vargas. Veterans returned home with a renewed sense of purpose and a desire for democratic reforms. This period saw the rise of new political movements advocating for greater civil liberties and social justice. The end of the war also sparked a wave of optimism and a push for modernization. Brazil's international standing was elevated, and the nation began to play a more active role on the global stage. The post-war era was characterized by a spirit of reconstruction and progress, as Brazilians sought to build a more equitable and prosperous society. In summary, Brazil's involvement in World War II had profound social and political ramifications. It catalyzed economic growth, urbanization, and the rise of democratic ideals. The legacy of this period continues to shape Brazil's identity and its path towards development and modernization. The legacy of Brazil's involvement in World War II is still felt today. This chapter will examine how Brazil's wartime contributions are remembered and honored, and the lasting impact on Brazil's military and international relations. Brazil's participation in the war is commemorated through various monuments and memorials across the country. The Monument to the Dead of World War II, in Rio de Janeiro, stands as a solemn reminder of the sacrifices made by the Brazilian Expeditionary Force. Each year, ceremonies and events are held to pay tribute to the brave soldiers who fought for freedom and democracy. The impact of the war on Brazil's military was profound. The experience gained by the FEB during the conflict led to significant advancements in military tactics and organization. Brazilian soldiers returned home with enhanced skills and a deeper understanding of modern warfare, which would shape the future of Brazil's armed forces. On the international stage, Brazil's role in World War II elevated its status among the Allied nations. The country emerged as a respected player on the global scene, forging stronger diplomatic ties and participating in key international organizations, such as the United Nations. This newfound recognition paved the way for Brazil to take on a more active role in global affairs. The legacy of Brazil's wartime contributions continues to influence the nation's identity and its approach to international relations. The courage and resilience demonstrated by Brazilian soldiers during World War II serve as a source of inspiration and pride for future generations. In conclusion, Brazil's involvement in World War II left an indelible mark on the nation. The sacrifices and achievements of the Brazilian Expeditionary Force are honored and remembered, shaping the country's military and diplomatic landscape. The legacy of this period is a testament to Brazil's enduring commitment to peace, democracy, and progress.